Hey guys, it's Bobo the Vulture, and it is time for more Dream Daddy. It's a dad dating simulator. I've turned up the music a little more for you guys. We'll see what happens. We're gonna click to continue. We're gonna continue. Oh, you can tell what time I was doing all of these things. Hello, little girl. Hazel really apparently enjoys when I sit down here to play Dream Daddy. She wants to hop on my lap. Hello, girl. So, we met Brian and did a lot of autosaves. I guess we're about to meet Robert. But that's what's gonna happen. I don't think we have yet, but that's okay. Anyone who tells you that a drink isn't manly has never known heartache. What? Don't skip those corners. Watch those corners! When you're young, you have your health. Now is the time to take risks. Oh. Masking tape for a reason. What's the reason, Dream Daddy game? I really didn't think this planned through. I'm not entirely sure where the closest bar is. Amanda still hasn't shown me how to use the GPS on my phone, so I'm just going to pick a direction and walk it. Canonically, I'm going to say that my phone is too old and busted for the GPS to work on it properly, and I stubbornly refuse to get a new phone because it still performs the basic functions of a phone, sending and receiving calls. Ikuzo! This way. Cool, okay, we're marching. We're marching in the direction of the game. Any game, really. In the distance. Could it be? A big burned out neon sign hangs above tiny dive bar. Jim and Kim's, huh? Alright, that'll do. Bar is small and dimly lit. The crack of pool balls sounds in the back as patrons laugh and joke. A string of multicolored Christmas lights hover above the bartender. I can't tell if he's Jim or Kim. I pull up a seat at the bar. I can't actually tell that he's there at all. What'll it be? One beer, please. Sure thing, boss. Bartender slides me an ice cold beer. I take a sip and enjoy the refreshing taste. Say, are you Jim or Kim? I'm Neil. Neil. I'm Neil. Oh. I awkwardly turn my attention to the game, which is playing on one of the TVs in the wall. As luck would have it, my team of preference is not only playing, but is currently in the lead, which is always a good thing. Let's go, Caps! Well, this time of year, let's go, Nats! Even though they've already given up on this season, pretty much. Already traded away Turner. The brightly colored mascot, which is some kind of animal, does cartwheels. Oh, is it Screech? Or is it Slapshot? I don't know. Or it could be Blitz, the horse mascot of the Washington Valor. Who am I kidding? A, those are almost never on TV, and B, the Washington Valor is almost never in the lead, despite having won Arena Bowl 31 this year. They were a 2-10 team that managed to win their championship. This is what happens when you have a league that has 4 teams in it at the moment. It's a rebuilding year. I silently cheer on my favorite team, hoping that I don't get into any confrontational arguments with a fan of the opposing team. Several people in this bar are wearing the distinctive colors of the team I dislike, though I believe from their demeanor that, like me, the passion for their team is all in good fun. Middle-aged woman holding a nearly empty wine glass sidles up to the bar and sits uncomfortably close to me. Hey, sailor. Oh, hello. Good to see fresh meat in here. I'm Mary. Come here often? Oh, no, I actually just moved to this part of town today. I'm Bobo, by the way. Are you watching the game? Yeah, my preferred team is in the lead. If they keep this up, they'll win the game with ease. Oh, I love that team. I also love that game. I love someone who knows their way around balls. What if it's the Bills, you guys? That would make sense. There are very few places in the country where you go and you find that people that are randomly at the bar are cheering for the Bills, unless it is New York State versus like the Long Island area. I'm getting the impression that she's a little drunk. Buy a gal a drink. You know, I'll buy Mary a drink. Why not? I'm new in town. I'll be friendly. I almost reluctantly signal the bartender and order Mary another glass of wine. Neil jokes back and forth with Mary. They're clearly friends. This clearly isn't their first time doing this. She tips her glass at me. Suppose I gotta keep you company now. Oh. So, what do you want to know? What's your deal? What do you think of the game? What's the latest gossip around here? You know, I suppose it would... This is small talk and accomplishes nothing, although it is the line of conversation that we were already in. This, theoretically, as a person new to town, would be invaluable information to have, but I feel as though when you're meeting someone, you really should find out what they're all about. You should ask them a little bit about themselves. I don't know that I would say, what's your deal? But, you know, whatevers. What's your deal? Me? I'm a ghost, Bobo. I haunt the hallowed halls of Jim and Kim's, waiting for my beloved to return from sea. Really? No. Homegirl just loves a drink. So what else can you tell me about this part of town? It's quiet, that's for sure. If you want an idyllic little life with white picket fences, this is the place to do it. But every town has its secrets, you know. She takes a sip of her drink. That was a little too ominous for my taste. She leans closer. Hey. Would you like to learn some of my secrets? Oh boy. Maybe some other time? Ugh. Suit yourself, sailor. Mary saunters off, setting her sights on the newest bar patron to enter. What if I wanted to learn Mary's secrets? I mean... I happily watch the game over another beer. The game has gotten close in terms of points. A little too close than what I'm comfortable with. After a particularly skilled player scores a number of points for the other team, putting them in the lead, I hear an affirmative grunt from another man in the bar. Oh no. Is this the past, and is this skilled player... Oh, sorry, kid who's chirping at me. I don't know, let's say Warren Moon. Go team! It's the brooding man from the coffee spoon. He sits alone, sipping whiskey and watching the game as well. Enjoying the game? I am now that we're winning. Oh, we must be rooting for different teams. In my opinion, my team is far superior. I have to disagree with that. Based upon our win-loss record, I'd say that my team is superior. That's where you're wrong, since, as it stands right now, my team is beating yours. They're really going very far with the haha lol sports dumb, aren't they here? The conversation ends there, and we both go silently back to rooting for our respective teams. The game is close, with both sides playing their hardest to win. But in the end, my team prevails. Quiet cheers ripple throughout the bar. I raise a respectful glass at the man drinking whiskey. He raises his in response. An unspoken truce is formed between us, based on mutual love for the game. He motions to the bartender, who pours 2 glasses of whiskey. The man slides one over to me. The name's Robert. Thanks, I'm Bobo.
You must be new here. Mary already hit on you.
Yeah, Robert chuckles.
She's a peach. Well, you picked the best bar in town. As slimy as it is, you'll never find a better spot than Jim and Kim's.
Is there actually a Jim or Kim that runs this place?
No, that'd be Neil.
Neil waves from across the bar.
Good guy, Neil. Not enough Neils in this world.
Oh. Okay.
You a whiskey fella or a beer fella?
Beer, but I'll drink most things. Ah, this is false too. But what are you gonna do?
You like shots?
Ooh, shots fired. I don't like them. I love shots. I mean, I like shots. I'm not, I don't drink my whiskey in shots. I typically will drink my whiskey in a glass, slowly, or mixed, depending.
Thank you.
Robert nods to Neil, serves up 2 shots of whiskey, hands one to me.
Here's to your health.
That is not a shot. I think I actually set up OBS to not record my cursor, but I am circling where he is holding this glass. That is not a shot. That's a tumbler. That's a good way to drink whiskey in a tumbler. We take the shots. The whiskey burns going down, but I try my hardest to look tough. Wait, I think this is what making friends is. Okay, Bobo. This guy's out of my friend league, but I think if I play my cards right, we'll be pals in no time. Compliment his cool leather jacket, compliment his rugged good looks, compliment his hand tattoo. I can only just see his hand tattoo, but that seems like the most personal and conversation startery one of all of these things. I'm not just going to compliment him broadly on, hey, you're good looking, man. That's never a great conversation starter. It's just a hitting on technique. Let's compliment his hand tattoo. I like your tattoo. What does it mean? Ugh. He apparently farted out dark clouds or something.
It's a reminder.
I wait for him to elaborate, but it seems like he's done talking. Man, this guy's mysterious. And cool. Way cooler than I am, at least. Robert signals to the bartender for another round.
What are you doing here tonight?
My daughter kicked me out of the house. Running from my problems, trying to make friends. Well, I was going to the game, but that doesn't seem to be an option. I mean... My daughter kicked me out of the house, probably the most accurate of these things. Just looking for something to do in the time being. You know what? Yeah. Hopefully I will use more tactful language than this when you actually select. This is a little bit like all those different types of dialogue choice games where they just give you part of the selection and they don't tell you what exactly it is that you're going to say. It's like in Mass Effect or any of those where you get like two or three words that describe what the next thing that you're going to say is, and then you give this elaborate variation on that that has an entirely different tone. Because this makes it sound like, I don't know, I got in a fight with my daughter. Yeah, my daughter kicked me out of the house. Not like forever. She was having a sleepover with her friends.
Family type, huh?
Single dad. He gets up.
Be right back, gotta powder my nose.
Never seen Robert this talkative. He must like you. Oh, sorry, it's Neil. Never seen Robert this talkative. He must like you. Ha, I guess so. I gotta admit that Robert has a gruff charm to him. If a guy like that thinks I'm cool, then I really must be. Robert comes back from the bathroom and grabs his leather jacket.
I gotta go home. You headed my way?
I probably would have continued to hang out at the bar, honestly. Robert and I leave the bar and find ourselves walking in the same direction.
I live in this cul-de-sac down the way.
Does everybody live there? Me too. We just finished unpacking today.
Great place to be. Good neighbors. Well, some of them.
Who's that? We get to Robert's house. It's just a few houses away from mine. We stop and he turns to me.
I don't kiss and tell, Bobo.
So are we doing this or what? What?
You know. Do you want to come inside or not?
A wave of realization rushes over me. I blush. Play it on smooth, smile and nod. Look, I just got here, man. Also, the mysterious cool guy, you know, I didn't get enough signals, I didn't get enough signals from you for this to be the thing that I'm going for right now. Sorry. You're pretty cool looking. Very attractive and all for a dude, but, no, thank you. I better call it a night. Catch you around?
Sure.
I head home, head buzzing with whiskey. What did he mean by, are we going to do this or not? I plop down on the couch and I'm asleep before I even get the chance to take my shoes off. Well, there you go. I was about to fall asleep anyway. Do it once, do it right. I wake up to a text from an unknown number.
Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to work out? This is Craig by the way of BT Dubs. Smiley.
Holy crap, it's 6 a.m.? Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Without realizing it, I drift back to sleep. Whoops, must have winked back out. I check my phone again.
Hey, bud. Still want to get your swole on? I'm ready to tear up the track. Hit me up.
God, the last thing I want to do right now is work out. But it is Craig, I do want to catch out. 6 a.m. You know what? Yeah, I mean 6 a.m. wouldn't be my preferred time, but if I did have a nice gym buddy, I would actually probably be pretty relieved for that. Hey, my man, I need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20. After a few seconds, another text comes in.
Sure thing. Meet me at the gym.
Stretching my bones creak. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. I throw off my blanket and... Hey, wait, I don't remember falling asleep with a blanket. Amanda must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. Bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth, throw on the only clothes I own that are even kind of gym appropriate, and head out. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early in the morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front, stretching. Of course. He spots me and waves enthusiastically.
Hey, bro. Good morning.
Hey, good to see you, man. Definitely not as pumped up as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left.
You ready to kick some butt?
With your help, I am. Help? No. I mean, I'm here. I'm gonna do it. Get the feeling this is gonna be less of me kicking butt and more the gym kicking my butt. But I can handle it with you there. With you there.
Dude, bro. It means a lot.
We headed in the gym and I'm immediately intimidated. All these people look like they could break me in half, and it seems like Craig is friends with all of them? He high-fives and finger guns all the cool jocks in the room. They look like they could and would steal my lunch money to spend on protein shakes.
Come on, bud, let's warm up.
We head over to the treadmills and start a walking. Okay, I can walk. Walking is good. This is a decent place to be, walking. So, I know we are on treadmills.
Yes.
And those over there are ellipticals.
Very good.
What is all this other stuff? Craig laughs.
They might look a little scary, but I guarantee that all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass.
I watch as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine I think was once used to process grain into flour. What is that? Why is that guy doing that to himself?
That's a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing?
He's praying to a pain god, trying to crush people's skulls with his thighs. It's a torture device, no pain, no gain, right? There's a tiny man in there, right? And he did something that the court found unfavorable, and now that muscular dude is doling out justice in the form of pain.
Oh, man.
What? Oh no, Craig is turning up the speed. I better do the same. How long have you been doing the buff thing?
Couple years.
And what do you do when you're not dadding, or working, or buffing?
Oh, I coach my twin softball team.
That still counts as both dadding and buffing.
I keep busy. What do you do for fun?
I love learning. I try to live my life as close to a Jimmy Buffett song as possible. I check out my hot bod. If they had a streamer-friendly mode, you're surprised that they wouldn't have a dialogue option that says ILP. I mean, no, I'm not a parrot head. I understand that my bod is not hot. I guess learning. Try to educate myself about the world around me. I'm like a sponge for knowledge, soaking up all that intellectual content. You know, history, the paranormal, wilderness survival, aliens, mostly those things.
So you watch the History Channel too, huh?
Yes. Whoa. There were eggplants that came out of Craig. We're jogging now. Oh god, we're jogging now. I look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How's he doing this so effortlessly? I'm dying! I can feel my life force draining through every orifice of my body. Hey. Remember when my fish died in college? No. I don't like this story. Ugh. Oh my god, is he really bumping up the speed again? I guess I better do it too. Oh, this is fast. This is very fast. And we're at that party, and you vowed to make me feel better. You tell me to create a distraction. So, of course, they do a sick cake stand and get everyone cheering. And then I try to steal a fish from the tank at the party with my bare hands like an idiot. And then you drop the fish and it's flopping around and you panic. So you run up to me post-cake stand with a dying, dirty fish in your hands that you scooped off the ground. You're telling me that we have to leave. So we're running out of a frat party with a fish and trying to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And we get home and get him into a bowl of water. But the prognosis was grim. And the next day he's alive and well. They never did catch the great fish thieves at Grand Ridge U. And they never will. I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts.
Nice.
Dude, bro, are you okay?
Craig offers me a hand and looks me over for injuries. I'm fantastic. I managed to stand up and rub my back. Doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later.
Hi.
You don't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits. Well, I think I might call our gym adventure here. You sure? Yeah. Alright, well, here. I brought you this. Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of thick green liquid. I stare at it with what must be apparent distaste. It's a protein shake, bro. Oh, thank you. He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here goes. I take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Wow, this is really good.
Hey.
And good for you. It's my special recipe. I'm pretty proud of it.
Hey.
Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe we can try running around the neighborhood if treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended, bro. Good one. Well, I'm gonna go put some ice on this everything. I'll see you around. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he can run circles around me. Literally. Man, I really gotta work on this dad bod. I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. God, I'm so old. Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? Shoot, it's 3:55. I'm supposed to be at Amanda's school in 5 minutes. I frantically put on some clean clothes, apply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out the door. Sounds apropos. Never give up. Never remember. Arrive at Amanda's school and check in at the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on the way. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully nobody will notice. I check my watch and am relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it room 103 or 108? I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is yet? The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. Come on, kid. I'm late for a meeting. Mr. Who? Mr. Vega. I don't know. Have you tried the exit? Okay, wise guy. Are you gonna help me or not? Fine. Up those stairs and to the left. Can't miss him. I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. Get back up to where that low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker.
Oh.
Lucian, don't you have a third period to get to?
Fine, Mr. Vega.
Ah.
Wow. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool. You must be Bobo. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back? Mr. Vega leads me in, and I take a seat in one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I might get stuck in this.
Oh.
Alright, where were we? Who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye? Yes, Colin? Colin stands up and does the thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise.
Oh.
The whole class erupts in laughter.
Alright, everybody. Very funny, Colin. Please sit down.
Ah.
Now,
Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that...
the bell for the end of the period rings, all students immediately get up and make a break for the door.
Whoa.
Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook.
Nobody's listening.
Or not, I guess.
Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs.
Oh, middle schoolers, right?
Don't you teach high schools?
Both. You know, budget cuts.
Right.
Thanks so much for coming in.
No problem.
Mr. Vega? Please, call me Hugo. I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior.
What's going on?
Amanda has never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I'd normally chalk this up to senioritis, but this is strange.
I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong.
I don't know.
I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home?
We just moved. I mean, that is the clear change in circumstances. So that might be a little bit difficult. He has a tendency to bottle things up. Well, we just moved recently, but it was only the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was.
See if you can talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal, and would appreciate your guidance if she keeps heading down this road.
I don't know.
I know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves.
I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo.
Anytime.
On my way out, I stopped, thinking for a moment. I turned to Hugo. Hey, Hugo?
Yes?
Did you ever catch that rye?
Yes.
There you go. That apparently was a freebie, Hearts. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost her mother. Amanda must be done with her classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home, but maybe I can talk to her about what's going on. I pull up to the carpool and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. So, did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually just gossiped about our celebrity crushes. So, you talked about Mario Batali the whole time? It was a very productive meeting. My celebrity crush is Casey Wilson. Maybe. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Sure thing. Well, if we're already hungry, it's too late to start making food. Let's go to the mall food court. Besides, this is fun. This is a good place to have a talk. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, sure. Why the mall? Geez, can't a dad take his daughter to the mall? Will you buy me things? I will buy you a thing, singular. Sounds like a deal to me. I will buy you an individual french fry. Suck it. We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay. But also, sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share. Love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. That's not an excuse. Like, if I told my parents that, they would not be like, oh yeah, of course. They'd be like, no, do your shit. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class?
Oh.
It's fine. He's fine. We pull up to a stoplight and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. Just, I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything. Uh-huh. I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R's going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you two guys aren't going to the same school? Yep. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny? It's I don't think you get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah? What? No. Dad. Ah. I can't believe you would... Dad. I mean, geez. Why would you... Ugh. Gross. Sorry. Just asking. Dad, he's just my friend. Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend. Okay. Cheers. This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. I kick her out the door. She leans forward and turns off the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then. Pay your bills. Oh, pay them early. Yeah, I'm bad about that kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and call this one a video right here. And when we come back next time, we're going to the mall, everybody. The mall is fun. Who doesn't love the mall? Nobody. This is BoboTheVulture. This is Let's Play Dream Daddy. Thanks very much for watching. Talk to all of you next time. Bye.